So there are a million censorship stories out there, but every once in a while you see one that's just like actually pretty unbelievable, and this is one of them. So Amber Athey was a talk show host on a conservative news station in Washington called WMAL, which is a good station. Then she made the mistake of tweeting a joke about the color of Kamala Harris's pantsuit during the State of the Union, and we're just going to read it to you because it's not anything to be embarrassed of. Here's what it said, quote, "Kamala Harris looks like a UPS employee. What can Brown do for you? Nothing good, apparently." Okay, so that's a joke based on the UPS slogan. It's like not that far out. It's certainly not hateful. But a few days later, a left-wing activist group pretended that they were deeply upset because it was racist, so they called on Cumulus, which owns WML, to fire her, and she was fired. And unlike most people who get fired, she fought back in a big way. She's got a great piece on this in The Spectator of London today. She joins us right now. Amber, thanks so much for coming on. It feels like in this story we're missing part of it. Like that's the tweet, and then you get fired? On what grounds?
Yeah, it's a great point, Tucker. I wish that there was more to the story because this is so infuriating. But I have a termination letter that lays out in very specific detail that it was, in fact, this tweet about Kamala Harris's outfit. And I think what happened here is that Cumulus thought, and Cumulus is the parent company for WMAL, as you mentioned, that they could just make this all go away. They could get these few activist emails. They could appease the mob if they just fired me. Well, their first mistake was that the woke mob is never satisfied. They always want more scalps. And the second mistake that they made is they thought that I was just going to roll over and shut up about this. Well, that's not who I am. I believe very deeply that we are all obligated to speak out when injustices occur in our society. And so I intended, as soon as I got fired, to very loudly and proudly tell everybody about what happened to me, because I think we live in a very perverse and sick society, Tucker, when a young woman from a working class background with parents who didn't go to college can't criticize the outfit of the most powerful woman in the United States. And worse than that, the most powerful woman in the United States is actually considered the marginalized victim in this scenario.
You beat me to it. I was going to point that out. So the most powerful woman in the United States is the marginalized victim, and the big, soulless, creepy, woke company takes her side, using, I assume, its HR department, because that's usually their NKVD?
Yeah, I'd be happy to share the names of the two people who actually called me to fire me. So Jeff Bowden is the vice president of Cumulus Operations in Washington, D.C. Kristen Fancelis is the vice president of the Human Resources Department for Cumulus. And they told me straight up on this phone call that they believed that the Kamala Harris tweet about her outfit was in fact racist and violated this vague social media policy that basically says you can't do anything that would bring reputational harm upon the company, which just means that they put that in there so that they can fire people for any reason that they want.
I guess this is a rhetorical question, but did they explain how it was racist, that you weren't impressed by her outfit? Did they get specific, or did they just call you names and fire you?
No, they just called me names and fired me, and I tried to defend myself but wasn't really offered the opportunity. And I'm told that in subsequent meetings about this situation, they actually admitted that they didn't really think that the tweet was racist. What really mattered to them was the perception of it being racist by these really bad faith, dishonest left-wing actors.
Okay. Can you just repeat after me, because I know you're now looking for work. Kamala Harris looks bold, beautiful, and sassy tonight.
Kamala Harris, I can't do it, Tucker. I can't do it.
Well, I hope someone hires you, and soon. I know The Spectator already has. Amber, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Tucker.